the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Play fake. Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Parker unable to get that one, and it's 3rd down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
On 3rd down, Winston. And it's caught by Parker. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying,
and the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. His big Trey Flowers getting in there that time for the sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
First down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up, it's caught inside the 25, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Lions nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
From the gun, Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
A gain of 5 brings up
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And they'll try to run the option here. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
14-yard line.
Looking to throw. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And down to the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
20-yard line.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Johnson. call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. On play action, Winston. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
A 33-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the return will stop right around the 25. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
After one, a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Dolphins 14, Lions 3.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today.
Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and that'll bring up second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, the offense will cover this one up back at the 5-yard line. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Inside the red zone. Come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Here we go with Johnson. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd and goal, Winston flush to his right. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Jameis to throw it. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 29-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious?
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run it with Johnson. Uses, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Back to throw now on first down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
It's a gain of 19.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. They're going forward with Dobbins. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
A gain of 12.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Jalen Thompson picks it, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Well, we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the machine in practice. They do it with their quarterbacks. They do it contested, uncontested. They make it part of their repertoire.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Kenny Galladay. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Robbie Gould.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Winston. Screen play, Johnson. And some room to roam now. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good pickup there at 22.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Winston. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this carries into the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Mooney. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guy?
And Winston lost the football, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2. And that It's caught. Touchdown, Miami. Deebo Samuel with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. He's at the 40. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, 75 yards. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
First down,
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Back to throw again. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They begin the drive with Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here's Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Winston completing a quick throw out wide. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Play action now. Winston. They'll roll him out right. He'll try and run it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And
he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 26 yards. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And 10 yards to go.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the Lions punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is fielded at the 27. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
That'll go as a punt of 35 34 yards that time. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Winston. Flushed out right. And incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Winston, he's going to float this over the middle deep. And my goodness, another interception. Jalen Thompson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
10 at their own 9-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Back to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that is incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He's going to take off with it.
One play at a time. Here we go.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
1st down, Miami.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got room. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 34. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they have
and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
And I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And he returns this to the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On the move to his left. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the... And now here's another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. Open man is Galladay, complete. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
On first down, it's Johnson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
But he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this one taken in by Cephas. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing deep for Galladay. And got his man complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. That one covers 29 yards. First down. They'll set up to throw. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. This is caught inside the 15. 36 yards on the play.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Detroit. Michael Gallup, 82 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up second and
that one looks like he'll throw here. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On play action, they'll throw. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Minnesota Vikings. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
Now Pollard. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
It's now 3rd and 13.
Here's Locke to throw. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
6-yard line.
From the gun, it's Locke. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They'll run with Pollard. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on third down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
But we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked them, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
Now an option play on second down. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And a Patriot first down.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure. More.
And this is caught, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. DJ Chark with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
Kick is good.
And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
7. Vikings 9.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd and 2, Locke. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Run for Pollard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. But what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play. An absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment, but the reason they did so, every time that play is called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Another Vikings first down.
They'll run on first down. Pollard, and all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Tony Pollard with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Bailey got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Murray. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. DJ Chark with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground? That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. DJ Chark, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Patriots 21. Vikings.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Block off a play action. Rolling to his right. Oh, going for Jefferson down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 34.
10 at the 44-yard line.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First down.
Here's Pollard. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
At the Patriots' 33-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Lock. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got him. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Bailey missed it. It's no good, wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, set this one off target.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 44.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
That is caught inside the 5. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
3-yard line.
Lock working out of the gun. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. It's a slant to Gronkowski. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half from Murray. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discredited.
And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Pollard again. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Locke. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Shotgun snap to Locke. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
And this will be out of bounds at the run here. The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
They run. It's Johnson. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On play action, it's Murray. Dancing to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. First down, Murray. Forced out to his left. And this is incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target, but it'll be second down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. Buying time to his left. Got a man open, that's Harry. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Lock gonna throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slip. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Flush to his right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Eric Kendricks gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Not much there, only a yard. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lock. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun. Lock. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former 1st-round pick, there on the coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lock. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off around the 27. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Fielded in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with this 3-score deficit and time fading. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Going to run again here with Pollard. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, we look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 43 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. On play action, Locke. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And now it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing again. Locke. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. On 3rd and long, it's Locke, eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was